Hey there, I'm Fred. This is my co-partner Stephanie. We are Vintage R 2.0. Now, to be honest, this whole thing here is just telling you why we do what we do. Yeah, first of all, vintage fashion has to be something that is a passion for us. We love it. We just like to change styles and mess about.
As you look around London, you'll see there's so many different types of fashion. You've got people that switch and turn things up all the time. Look at Fred, and look at me. Totally different fashions, but we've come together to create Vintage R 2.0.
If you're in a good mood, you can be like bright, and if you're in a bad mood, I like makeup as well to do that. Like if you're in a bad mood, you can wear dark lipstick. I don't know.
So why do you like that?
I just like to change and kind of be creative in how I look and stuff. And as you said, it's a nice way to express yourself. I think it's fun.
I mean, fashion is just another way of expressing yourself, you know, just like, you know, everybody has their own way of talking, everybody has their own way of like writing, and you know, some people express themselves through fashion and clothes, so it's just another way. I'm a musician myself, so I express myself through sound and look, you know, because it's a brand, you kind of got to brand yourself as part of who you are.
My mom, back in the day, when she was in the 70s, she grew up in the 70s, sexual revelation of the world and all that. It was all crazy, and literally she used to tell me when I was a kid that she used literally to spend all wedges into designer clothes. So I literally grew up seeing like this whole fashion thing constantly, and also I'm from France, innit? So country of fashion. So we like our clothes. Yeah.
I think it's how I see things. Maybe like the objects that I see around that inspire me, I can actually look at like a building and put that in art, and then put that in a design illustration or something like that. Or even, I don't know, when I see someone else's style, I can actually like look at them and see how they got that inspiration in the first place, and look into research and start designing based on like what I find. And then yeah, it's a bit of my personality as well, and I'm kind of a unique, different person. I'm like weird as well, so it's all like a combination in one. So yeah, that's me basically.
So describe your style.
Eclectic. That's the one word that sums up my style. One day I could look very masculine, another day I could look very feminine, and next day I could look quite grungy. It just literally depends how I'm feeling. But I like to switch things up because I get bored very easily, very, very easily.
My style is I'm very versatile actually, but I usually wear black, and it's quite like people would say that I have a religious style or like cultural style, I would say, because I take inspiration in different culture, and often drapey clothes and stuff that just hangs on you, you know, kind of like either tribal African, either Japanese, stuff like that.
My style is quirky, quite like hip-hop-ish. I love the 1980s, so I get my inspiration from them. And yeah, it's just punky, retro, comfy, you know, the whole shebang.
What inspired me for, well, this outfit, which is the first look of my collection, is cultural suffocation. That was my inspiration, which is literally in search for integration. When you move from Africa, from a different country to a place like London or New York, you slowly your ethnicity fade away for integration. That's where my inspiration comes from. And right now I'm getting inspired by like African tribal, and especially Malagasy tribe from Madagascar.
People, it could be the mood, it could be something as small as like the weather on the day, like that would very like influence how I dress.
From a few UK stylists, like Mercedes Benson, she's one of them. I love Simone Battle, RIP to her though, rest in peace. She's just a beautiful person. And yeah, mostly my mum's wardrobe, funny enough. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah.
I have a few favourite designers, like I love KTZ, like hands down love KTZ. I love Nazir Mazur. They're like my two favourite, but over anything, over any designer, I love vintage fashion. Like that will always be my first love and my first passion.
That is actually difficult, but I would say Jean-Paul Gaultier for his craziness.
Yeah? Do you have any other
Any other designer? Well, I love McQueen. Then and who else? Wait, man. Not really, you know. Like, well, Rico Went is alright, but like everybody's wearing it. So, yeah, no, I'm not. Oh no, there's one brand I always wear, Chrome Arts.
I've always said Jean-Paul Gaultier. He's one crazy guy, and he looks like a type of person who is free in fashion. So he makes it more unique and different and weird. And I kind of like that kind of thing. I like that pressure as well. He looks like a type of person who will push you into like the type of, I don't know, weird, abstract like type of designs, which I'm really, really fond of as well. So
I just do my thing. I just do my own thing. I don't really care about what people say or think or do, because a lot of people out here, they'd be like, oh, they don't really care, but they do, whereas I don't. Like, I do not. Are you allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, sure.
0 fucks given. Like, I do not care. And I like people like that, like, just do their own thing and they're just not bothered about what other people are doing or saying. They just follow their own path, and that's something that I can admire. Yeah, always do your own thing.
for me personally, I always like comfortable clothing. I've always been the type of person who doesn't stress about getting into tight like clothing or something that doesn't fit or whatever. I think what makes it different for me is that I'm more or less likely to draw someone in and bring them into something that's just comfortable, basically, if that makes sense. Like, it's just comfortable clothing, retro, vintage, quirky, weird, but then you can still make it subtle and go to your day-to-day business, basically.
I literally, for me, it's more an artistic point of view. It's not about money, it's not commercial. So for me, it's literally for people to embrace, like it's a message. I want people to embrace who they are. And I want people to stop trying to be cheap and always fit in boxes that the society is trying to give them.
Trying to inspire and let people know that it's okay to be different. You don't have to fit in boxes and categories that people try and put you in. It's okay to be unique, and it's okay to be you, and it's okay to be different. Like, it's not a problem. Just be yourself.